Big news coming in from Bengaluru. 5 suspected terrorists have been nabbed in a joint operation with the Bengaluru police and also the CCB. This, remember, is about 5 men who've been arrested on suspicion of terror and seditious activities. One of them was involved in kidnapping and murder during the pandemic as well. It's a developing story where right now the information coming in, and these are the latest visuals, that they had connections with other inmates who were suspected terrorists and received training from them. A team of suspects was planning a large-scale explosion, allegedly, according to the investigators. There was this swift action that has been prevented, and that has the swift action that has prevented the planned devastating blast from taking place. Their identities have also been mentioned here. We'll get you the latest coming in from our reporters on the ground as well. But this is big news, remember, and in the past few months, there have been heightened activities, specifically in Karnataka, where the investigators have been on the watch out and have kept under the radar about specific seditious and terror activities that have taken place. These are the evidence that the investigators have said that they have been able to find from these 5 men. Young men who were trained in techniques of making explosives, were wanting to plant them. There was a full-on plan that had been intercepted by the investigators, and they have now ensured that in a joint operation with the Karnataka police, with also the CCB, which is the crime branch, the intelligence unit, the different departments that have got together to ensure that they've been able to nab these men. In the past few months, remember, in Karnataka and the southern states as well, there have been heightened activities of explosions, of trying to create law and order disturbance, and this is reflective of, according to the investigators, just in time that they had managed to foil any bid. So the Central Crime Branch, the Karnataka police, got together in this joint operation to nab these men. So these 5 suspected terrorists, remember, it's not just about acting as an active terrorist. It's also about providing logistics, information support and other shelter support. For now, we're being told that there was explosive material that was being used to make further explosives. And as you can see, items like walkie-talkies, pistols and daggers have also been seized. That's the big news coming in from Karnataka. Their identities have been referred to as Junaid, Sohail and Umar, that they were not just rowdies from Bengaluru but also suspected terrorists. They have now been taken into the custody of the CCB. Questioning of these men is currently on. According to the investigators, this team of suspects was planning a large-scale explosion involving more than 10 people. The CCB received actually tip-off and information that there is a plan that is being made and arranged. That is when they promptly sprung into action to trace first the location and what sort of plan that was being matched. And just in time, they also managed to receive these items in these boxes that have been sealed by the Central Crime Branch, that these items which involve walkie-talkies, explosive materials, and specifically items that could make explosives like bombs, for example, crude bombs even, that could be planted and at least cause enough mayhem, enough damage to have their plan be called as successful. There have been intensive research now that is being done. Raw materials intended for the explosion has also been nabbed. Let's quickly go across to Nagarjun Dwarkanath for the latest on that. Nagarjun, this appears to be a massive explosive attempt that has been foiled by the agencies. What are you picking up about the details, about the identities, and how are they planning to go about it?
Good morning, Pooja. In fact, CCB has made 5 crucial arrests in this case as well. Now the Commissioner of Police will be addressing the press conference anytime soon.
Okay.
A total of 5 people, 5 suspected terrorists, if I may call them, have been arrested. Let me put out the names.
Yes.
Umar, Junaid, Mudassir, Jahed and Sahed Sohail. These are the ones who were allegedly involved in terror activities. They were planning, and with a tip of the police caught them. Let me show you the weapons and the phones that were seized by the crime branch here. They have put it on display here at the police commissioner's office, and let me try getting you a glimpse of the live bullets as well as the guns here, the weapons here at the commissioner office as well. You can see the weapons kept at display. There are 13 phones, 45 bullets and 7 weapons has been kept here at display. And what we are picking up right now is they were in contact with terror activities, and they had possessed detailed information about terror activities, about handling explosive bombs and techniques, and they also provided information about bombing locations. So these are the ones that the police picked up from the terror suspects as well, not just handling of explosive devices, but also potential terror, potential plots where to put plant explosives in city of Bengaluru. BJP has already swung into action, saying it's because of the appeasement from the Congress party these things are happening in the state. Mr. Ashok has urged the central government to take care of Bengaluru city and Karnataka, saying it's the right time for the central government to intervene and take this case as well. How can 5 terror suspects meet and talk about terror activities, about choosing locations to plan terror? And these 5 accused also have a history of being rowdy sheeter as well. In 2017, they were accused in a murder case as well. They were out on bail. And these 5 also met in the prison. That's where they started talking to each other and started talking about terror activities, about locations, and they have documents about to learn bomb formation and all of it. So in a couple of minutes, the press conference will start. We'll have more and more information as to how did the police
So basically, Nagarjun, what you're telling us is important. So were these local residents, local criminals who had got in touch with some other dangerous inmates, and that is where this plan was made. So the moment they got out, they were trying to act on that plan of explosions, and God forbid if that would have happened, would have led to a lot of damage, even casualties. And is that the reason agencies are saying that they have managed to foil it just in time?
That's absolutely true. When they were in the Parapana Agrara prison, that's a Bangalore Central prison, the accused got in touch with another handler who was also in the prison. They started talking about terror activities in the prison. When they got out, they continued with the planning, and finally there was a tip-off to the crime branch of Bangalore police and also the top cops here. They picked the 5 suspects yesterday on July 18th, and today they have been produced before the magistrate, and they'll be taking them under police custody for further questioning as to who was behind this, or did they already do some trial? Where did they learn the model of making bombs and explosives? And where were the locations, and why did they choose certain locations? These are the questions they'll be putting out. But today, a sensational case has been cracked in Bengaluru, where they have averted a big tragedy with 5 terror suspects being arrested by the crime branch.